About 70,000 workers belonging to CLOGSAG they've begun their industrial action today over the appointment of the Registrar of the Birth and Death Registry, Mr. Butcher. We're touching base with our correspondents in parts of the country on the impact of the strike. Civil and Local Government Staff Association. We're starting off from the Ashanti region as we engage Ibrahim Abubakar. Ibrahim, good morning to you. You visited a number of places. How biting is this strike by CLOGSAG?
Well, Crosby, I can tell you that the impact is being felt in almost all the departments manned by members of CLOGSAG. First of all, I went to the Birth and Death Registry, regional office, and the place is deserted. This is a place that ordinarily you go there in the morning and you find hundreds of people queuing there, either coming for their birth certificate or either coming there to register for it. But this morning, the situation is quite different. In fact, early in the morning, the security man himself was not aware, so he nicely arranged the chairs for people to come there. And they were seated waiting for the workers to turn up and render their services. They waited for like 8, 9, and still no one was coming. Only for one of the workers who said he came to pick something in the office to come and inform them that members are on strike. So he had to beg them to all return to their various destinations. Obviously, you could see the frustration and disappointment on the faces of many, because we all know that if you want to even acquire a passport, you need a birth cert. And this is the reason why most of them were there. Most of them were telling me that they were scheduled to come for their birth cert today and had also an appointment at the passport office today. So they were hoping they would get it, quickly move to the passport office and continue with the application process. But this is the case. They are now unable to even know when the workers will resume. So it left many disappointed. Some were still seated there, waiting that there could be a change of mind for them to be attended. Others have also left. From there, I've also moved to the ministries, specifically the Controller and Accountant General, where we also find a lot of people coming here, especially government workers coming here. Most of them, even some far away from Manso, Konongo, 2 hours, 3 hours drive to Kumasi, coming here for services, and they've been told that staff are not working, so they have to return to their various destinations. Also at the ministries, very, very deserted, quiet places that usually you go and it's congested. Today you go there and you find one or even no one loitering about. So I can tell you that the CLOGSAG strike is biting here, but generally people are concerned and they are hoping that something be done as soon as possible for the workers to return to or to resume their services.
Well, from the Ashanti region, let's take a look at how the impact of the strike is in the Greater Accra region. My colleague George Queening has visited a couple of places, a number of places. He's joining us with an update. George, is the situation any different from your end?
Crosby, thanks for having me. And I've also been at the ministries since 8 o'clock. And I went to the Ministry of Labour, Employment and Jobs. And later went to the Ministry of Education. So ordinarily, when you go to the ministry, if you want to get access to the reception, it's 8 a.m. But it's under lock and key. The visitors' room is also locked. It's virtually deserted. The only people you see around are security men. And there was these two, one from the UK and one gentleman from Ghana, who came to the ministry to engage them, because it's an educational NGO that wanted to collaborate with the education ministry on the way forward as to how they can expand the industry, mostly in the rural areas. But it's very urgent. The lady from UK told me. So what that means is if the strike is going to span, let's say, 3 or more weeks, it would impact on the lady's request. So she was actually, frustrated and didn't know what exactly to do. So she had to go back to North Legon. That's where she said she came from. And so it's also, translating in other places. We are currently at the Ministry of Health now, also quite deserted. They are just fruit sellers here, and for them, they are here to do business. And so if people are not working, then that means that they will not translate into sales. So they might go home, on an empty sale or whatever. So they are also complaining. So they're supposed to cash in on a daily, and now it also impacts on the money they make on a daily. So it's quite battling, if you ask me personally. And so with a posture of government insisting that the appointment of the registrar has been justified means that the tenure of Samuel Boche will continue. And the CLOGSAG also wants that addressed. So that means it's really going to really take a long time. Let's see how that pans out. But the impact is quite there here, if you're asking Crosby.
George, thank you. Thank you so much. George Quaining speaking with us here in Accra, as well as Ibrahim Abubakar from the Ashanti region. The impact of the CLOGSAG strike is what we've just spoken about.